Good morning, everyone. So I know I've touched in the past on doing the right thing. You know, you're a mechanic, you're fixing somebody else's stuff, do the right thing. I've discussed, like when you're changing oil and you have like a skid shield or dust shield, whatever, some kind of shield underneath that you have to take down. It's got bolts on it. Put some oil on the threads, when you're putting it back up. Another big pet peeve of mine is when you have a spare tire on a vehicle, and you're just changing oil, you're supposed to check tire pressures. You need to. It's the right thing to do. Part of the service. But anyway, you have a spare tire that you can actually get to. Now, I'm not talking about one where you got to go inside and dig everything out. Then it's not. I would say no. Maybe recommend it to a customer. Say, next time you come in, maybe we should check the spare tire, make sure the back is cleaned out. Blah 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 blah. But when you have a situation where you have a spare tire that you can access, like a Jeep Wrangler or something like that, check the tire pressure. And I always set the tire pressure up a little bit higher than it's supposed to be. Only because they have a tendency to lose pressure over time. Now here I have a Hyundai Santa Fe. Right here. And I'm changing oil on it. And the spare tire, right here. Now, these tires are supposed to be set to like 60 PSI. It was set to 7. It was at 7 PSI. So now I'm going to set this up to 65 probably. So let's get it up there. Let's get it to where it needs to be. So we'll get the pressure where it needs to be, because now imagine this person got a flat on the side of the road and they go to put the spare on and it only had 7 PSI in it. Well, they put it on, it's not going to have enough air pressure in it. You could, the tire itself could come off the bead. So there we go. I'm going to set it to 65. It calls for 60. I'll set it to 65. Like that. That'll be good. Let's disconnect this. Alright, so now that that's done, always make sure you put the cap back on it. This way dirt doesn't get in it. If it doesn't have a cap, see if you can find a cap. I mean, for Christ's sake, the caps, you probably got a bunch of them laying around all over the place. It comes down to it, stealing off your lawnmower, I don't care. But you should put it on there, only because if junk gets caught up in there and that thing seizes in place or whatever, it just becomes a nightmare. Especially you go to put air in it and now it starts leaking. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish checking all the other tires. Now, if the tire, for some reason I've seen it where people mount these things and put the valve stem up. I have no idea why people do that. You can't get to it. You just can't get to it. So that makes absolutely no sense to me. Let's see. But that's about it. So like I said, I'm changing the oil on this. I'm setting the tire pressures to what they're supposed to be. They will fluctuate a little bit, as you know, due to temperature and stuff like that. So, set it to what it calls for. But that's kind of it. I just, I wanted to, point on that. It's something that I strongly believe in. You're a mechanic, you're servicing somebody else's vehicle. It's not your vehicle. You're servicing it for somebody. They're bringing it to you because they trust you. They want you to do the work for them. So do the right thing. Make them want to come back to you. Make them happy that they came to you. Pretend it's your mom in the car. Pretend it's your daughter in the car. Something like that. Just, I don't know. I've always been that way. I like to do things the right way. Just how I am. So that's it for right now. I'm going to finish checking these tires and then, fill it with oil, because I already drained it and changed the filter. So that's it for now. If you get anything out of my videos, please hit the like button. If you could, please subscribe. That's it. Have a great day. Keep wrenching.